Hi, my name's Tina Teneriello, and in this series, I'm interviewing employees at Pomerleau to break misconceptions about the construction industry through their personal stories. Today, we're tackling innovation and technology in construction. I'm here with Bahaa Hajar, VDC Senior Coordinator at Pomerleau. VDC is short for Virtual Design and Construction. Bahaa implements digital technologies and 3D modeling to the way we build. He helps modernize construction and makes building more efficient and sustainable every day. Bahaa, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Tell us about your job exactly for someone who might not be familiar with the industry.
Our main goal is efficiency, sustainability, and reducing the impact of construction on the environment. We try to use our digital models every day to support and help the construction team on site, increasing efficiency and optimizing their workflows and processes.
This is a passion that started young for you.
Definitely. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to the beach and take with me my little construction toys, try to build a mini construction site with sand. This passion grew with me over the years. And I came to realize with time that the only way to improve and truly improve this industry is creative thinking, innovation, and technological advancement. That's why I am here, and we shape the future of construction with innovation and technology.
Do you have any examples of some innovative tools on sites?
Definitely. So recently, we had a challenge with our project team on site. They needed a digital model so they can better take decisions related to site logistics. Usually, we send a drone, we do a 3D scan, and that's it. But on this project, we had a nearby highway, and we wanted to mitigate all the risks. So an alternative solution was me and my team outsourced the satellite data for the site of construction and then aligned this GIS coordinate systems, matching exactly our digital model project real-world coordinate system. And at the end of the day, our site team had a full representation, digital environment of their construction site where they can take informed decisions and better manage their site logistic.
Can you explain to us what 3D modeling is and how it has really revolutionized the industry?
Sure. 3D modeling is when you go and you turn your 2D information into 3D models. And many years ago, 3D modeling was just for visualization. So people can see whatever they are talking about in 3D. But now, with the advancement of technology and innovation, 3D models have many layers of information, and each layer is dedicated to certain aspect of the construction process. So the future of innovation in construction lies in AI and robotics. AI, as much the electricity of the modern era, will literally integrate in every aspect of the construction and AEC industry. AEC means architecture, engineering, and construction. This innovation will optimize workflows, processes, projections, predictability, and simulations, supporting decision-making. Robotics, on the other hand, will revamp the execution process, boosting and optimizing productivity, quality, safety, and the overall quality of standards. When merged, AI-driven robotics will create an automated and intelligent ecosystem that transforms construction into smart, sustainable, and digitally connected industry like never before.
When we think of innovation and technology nowadays, we need to talk about AI and robotics. And you've actually had the opportunity yourself to work with a robotic dog on the construction sites. Talk to me about that.
With Pomerleau, we are developing a robot dog. I had the privilege to be part of the testing team for this robot, and I was able to control a lot of payloads. We call them payloads. This device, you put it on the back of the robot, and you can execute a lot of tasks and automate them on site, supporting the project team with repetitive and difficult tasks. For example, you can automate the robot to go to places where there are a lot of safety hazards or difficult accessibility places. You can send the robot, schedule unlimited number of tasks, and make sure that this robot is not really interfering with anyone working on site. Because definitely we don't want to replace people with robots. We just want to optimize the process and productivity.
So when you look at the future of the construction industry, we could imagine more robots like this on construction sites?
Definitely. And it should be a kind of ecosystem where AI is integrated into robotics, where you can really leave the decisions to robots for basic stuff. So you don't really need to have someone who is continuously monitoring this robot. It's a very exciting time to be working in the construction industry, especially with innovation, because there are a lot of value to be added to the construction process. We know that a lot of challenges and inefficiencies exist right now, and people are shaping the future of construction, and being part of this digital transformation phase will really give a lot of value to what we do and how we support project teams on site in the construction process.
And maybe I'll just bring you back to when you were selecting this industry. How did you go from the building side of the construction industry to innovation?
So I started working in typical projects. And during working, I was very fascinated with sites. Just go to the site. I spend my entire day on site and work with people. I love working with people and have direct interaction with others. But the idea is I was able to identify a lot of issues, a lot of challenges and inefficiencies. And the problem is, whenever I discuss them with other peers in the industry, I don't feel or I don't find others are really trying to find a permanent solution to those challenges. They just try to finish their project. When they move on to another project, they literally make the same mistakes. And I started to ask myself, okay, what could I do to be part of the solution rather than just someone working and getting things done and repeating the same mistakes? Then when I started doing my master's degree in construction engineering and management, I was trying to select courses related to digital construction, BIM, digital transformation, digital practices. And step by step, I was discovering the main digital tools and innovations in this industry. I was like, I want to find a job with a company or organization that really supports the digital transformation and the innovation in construction, which unfortunately, there are not many that really support and put effort for innovation. And here I knew that this is the perfect department for me.
It sounds like that's really why you chose Pomerleau, because of their unique approach to innovation.
That's true. So when I was looking for jobs, I was trying to find a job with a specific title. What attracted me in this organization, the innovation team is being called innovation. It's not like other companies where they just call them BIM. They were emphasizing on the importance of innovation, and they called an entire team innovation team. And this is how I started to feel that I am interested. And when I contacted them, they told me that unfortunately we already took a candidate. And I was like, well, I'm really interested to work with this company in this particular department. And then I kept refreshing my page every day, and then after like 6-7 days there were another posting for the exact same position but in another office. I applied, and then the same person called me and invited me for an interview.
Sounds like you were very determined and knew exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
And now that you've obtained that job, what do you love most about it?
Innovation in itself is interesting. I have passion to innovation, especially in construction. And I love to see turning a empty land in a usable, functional, and beneficial structure. I see a lot of homeless people sometimes. If we are providing good housing for them, they will not need to be on the street. And by being part of the construction industry, I will be able to help those people by adding value to the shelters that we are building for them. Also working in commercial, it's not only about like building those fancy shops and malls, but also you are giving space to businesses, to startups, to join and work. And that's why being part of the construction industry is very valuable, at least to me, because I can add value to others beyond just people working with you. When you implement sensors on site to reduce noise, you are supporting the ecosystem, all the animals not being disturbed by your construction noise. So nowadays, technology is becoming part of the DNA of construction. It has a great value to be part of it and to support this process with all the aspects it has.
I want to talk to you about misconceptions now. In a recent survey, 74% of Canadians still believe that you need to be physically strong to work in the construction industry. What do you think of that statistic?
I believe people are still having the same idea about construction like 100 years ago. Construction now is different, and you don't really need to be physically strong and capable to work in this industry. For example, working in technology doesn't require physical effort. It is mentally demanding, but not physically, especially in this time, because a lot of opportunities are in estimation, in innovation, in management that don't really require you to be physically capable. Certain tasks are physically demanding. But this is where technology is coming to solve. Technology and robotics are not here to steal people's job. They are here to support people doing better job, more efficient and more productive job. If you take, for example, a worker moving brick all over the site, this is very demanding physical effort, and this will impact the well-being of the worker. If you have a robot doing it on their behalf, they will still need to be with this robot on site, managing, operating, doing maintenance. There will be a shift in the role, but not replacing humans with robots so we can just cut costs. We just want to improve well-being of workers and make sure that they are doing more efficient, precise, and productive work on site.
What are you most proud of in your work?
I'm proud of taking the initiative to find a solution, an alternative to an activity that is really costly on site. And when the cost of our projects are reduced, it means that we have more budget to put on something else. This innovation is starting now, but it is like a dominoes effect. With time, those little ideas that we work on can benefit more the construction industry. In the construction industry, since it's a big industry, it has impact on a lot of other aspects. Reducing cost of construction, reduce the cost of housing, reducing the environmental impact of construction also improves sustainability. So every step, every small innovation we take has a very positive impact on people's daily lives.
You sound very determined to have a positive impact in the world. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you very much for inviting me and having me for this conversation today.